How the Ethiopian Bible reveals the deeper story of Adam and Eve. The story of Adam and Eve is arguably one of the most ancient, powerful, and recognizable narratives in human history. For centuries, it has shaped the theological bedrock of Judeo-Christian traditions, influencing countless interpretations of humanity's origins, the nature of sin, the concept of temptation, and the eternal quest for redemption. However, while the Western retelling of this story has long been central to Christian theology, few are aware that the Ethiopian Bible, a text both ancient and revered, offers a remarkably unique and profound perspective. The Ethiopian Bible doesn't simply recount the story of Adam and Eve. It enriches it with layers of philosophical meaning and spiritual insight that invite us to rethink our understanding of these ancient events. In this version, the creation of Adam and Eve, their lives in the Garden of Eden, their temptation, fall, and subsequent expulsion from paradise take on new dimensions that challenge conventional interpretations. The Ethiopian tradition, rooted in a deep spiritual history, offers fresh perspectives on humanity's divine origin, our spiritual struggles, and the ongoing tension between earthly desires and our higher, divine calling. In this exploration, we will uncover how the Ethiopian Bible's portrayal of Adam and Eve not only deepens our understanding of their story, but also serves as a reflection of our own spiritual journey. The creation of Adam and Eve, a philosophical reflection on humanity's divine potential. In the Ethiopian Bible, the creation of Adam and Eve is not merely an act of shaping humans from dust and bone. It is a profound event that reflects the very essence of humanity's divine potential. While the Western narrative often emphasizes the physical aspects of Adam's formation, how God fashioned him from the dust of the earth, the Ethiopian Bible takes a more nuanced approach. In this ancient text, Adam is not created from ordinary dust, but from the purest, most sacred earth available. This earth, imbued with divine qualities, symbolizes humanity's inherent spiritual potential and its capacity to reflect divine glory. The Ethiopian account presents Adam's creation as an act of divine craftsmanship, rich with intentionality and deeper meaning. He is not simply molded into shape. He is crafted with care, his form infused with both strength and fragility, embodying the tension between the sacred and the earthly. This sacred earth represents more than just the physical matter of Adam's body. It reflects the Ethiopian view that humanity is a complex union of the sacred and the worldly. We are beings that bridge the gap between the earthly and the divine, endowed with the potential for greatness, but constantly grappling with our limitations. A key element in the Ethiopian creation story is the divine spark of wisdom that God imparts into Adam. This spark is more than the breath of life. It is the very essence of God's wisdom. In the Ethiopian tradition, this wisdom grants Adam the capacity for reason, leadership, and spiritual enlightenment. Adam is not merely a biological creature. He is a spiritual being, capable of understanding the complexities of creation and leading it in accordance with divine will. His creation marks the beginning of humanity's potential for intellectual and spiritual growth, positioning him as a central figure in the divine plan for the world. Eve's creation from light, a symbol of divine knowledge and equality. Just as Adam's creation in the Ethiopian Bible transcends the physical, so too does Eve's. Unlike the Western narrative, where Eve is created from Adam's rib, a symbol often associated with subordination, the Ethiopian Bible offers a profoundly different interpretation. Eve is not made from Adam's rib, but from the very essence of light. In Ethiopian tradition, light is a powerful symbol, representing divine knowledge, purity, and wisdom. Eve's creation from light signifies her spiritual strength and her deep connection to the divine, highlighting her essential role in the divine plan. This portrayal of Eve elevates her status, positioning her not as a secondary figure, but as Adam's equal. The Ethiopian Bible emphasizes that Eve is not merely a helper or a companion. She is a co-creator, sharing in the responsibility of guiding and caring for the world. Her creation from light underscores the Ethiopian belief in the equal distribution of divine qualities between men and women, challenging the traditional Western view that often marginalizes Eve's role. Eve's creation from light also carries deep philosophical significance. Light, in many spiritual traditions, is associated with enlightenment, clarity, and divine truth. By being fashioned from light, Eve is imbued with the ability to illuminate the path for Adam, offering wisdom and guidance. This symbolic interpretation reinforces the idea that both Adam and Eve are integral to the divine plan, working together as partners, rather than existing in a hierarchical relationship. In this view, the Ethiopian Bible presents a model of spiritual equality, where men and women share the divine qualities of wisdom, leadership, and the potential for spiritual growth. The Garden of Eden, a sacred realm of spiritual harmony. The Ethiopian Bible's portrayal of the Garden of Eden goes beyond the simple image of a beautiful paradise filled with lush trees and rivers. Eden is depicted as a sacred realm where the spiritual and material worlds coexist in perfect harmony. It is a place where Adam and Eve enjoy an unparalleled closeness with God, a closeness that is both physical and spiritual. In this sacred space, they walk with God, hear His voice directly, and possess an intuitive understanding of the mysteries of the cosmos. Their relationship with the Creator is one of unbroken intimacy, filled with reverence, joy, and awe. This portrayal of Eden as a realm of spiritual harmony offers a profound reflection on humanity's potential for divine connection. Eden represents not just a physical paradise, but the ideal state of being, where the boundaries between human and divine dissolve. In this version of the story, the Garden of Eden symbolizes humanity's spiritual potential, the capacity to exist in perfect unity with God, free from the limitations of the earthly world. Adam and Eve's existence in Eden is characterized by a deep sense of purpose and belonging. Every element of the garden reflects God's presence, and their joy is not merely a response to the beauty of their surroundings, but an expression of their spiritual fulfillment. Their hearts beat in perfect harmony with God's will, mirroring the divine order that governs all of creation. This state of being represents the pinnacle of human potential, a level of spiritual enlightenment that humanity, in its fallen state, can only long for. Eden, in the Ethiopian tradition, is more than just a place. It is a metaphor for the spiritual connection that once existed between humanity and God. It serves as a reminder of what was lost in the fall, and it stirs within us a deep yearning to restore that connection. This portrayal of Eden challenges us to reflect on our own spiritual journey and to seek a return to the state of divine unity that Adam and Eve once enjoyed. The serpent's temptation, a cosmic battle between light and darkness. In the Ethiopian Bible, the serpent's role in the fall of Adam and Eve takes on a deeper, more profound significance than the traditional narrative suggests. In this version, the serpent is not merely a crafty creature looking to trick humanity into disobedience. It is the embodiment of chaos, rebellion, and spiritual darkness. The serpent's goal is to disrupt the divine order and sever the special relationship that Adam and Eve share with God. It represents the forces of darkness that seek to undermine the divine plan and introduce disorder into creation. The Ethiopian text portrays the serpent as an envious being, resentful of the unique closeness that Adam and Eve share with God. This jealousy drives the serpent's desire to cause their fall, knowing that if it can turn them away from their divine purpose, it will disrupt the harmony of creation. The serpent's approach is calculated and strategic, targeting Eve's wisdom and spiritual strength, recognizing her importance in the divine plan. The serpent knows that if it can deceive her, the entire structure of divine order will begin to unravel. Unlike the traditional narrative, where Eve quickly succumbs to temptation, the Ethiopian Bible emphasizes her internal struggle. Eve, created from light and imbued with divine wisdom, initially resists the serpent's advances. However, the serpent's deception is subtle and sophisticated, appealing to Eve's desire for knowledge and understanding. The serpent sows doubt in Eve's mind, causing her to question her divine purpose and the boundaries that God has set for her. Eve's temptation is not simply about eating the forbidden fruit. It is about grappling with deeper questions of identity, purpose, and her role in the divine order. The serpent's manipulation is not a straightforward trick. It is a complex spiritual battle that targets Eve's very soul. This portrayal of the temptation adds a layer of emotional and spiritual depth to the story, making Eve's struggle more relatable and her eventual decision more tragic. Adam's choice, a tragic act of love, loyalty, and sacrifice. While the Ethiopian Bible presents Eve's temptation as a complex spiritual battle, it also adds a new dimension to Adam's role in the fall. In this version, Adam is not deceived by the serpent. He makes a conscious choice to join Eve in her transgression. His decision is not driven by curiosity or temptation, but by his deep love and loyalty to Eve. This adds a layer of tragedy to the story, as Adam knowingly sacrifices his divine calling in order to remain united with Eve. Adam's choice reframes the fall as not just a story of disobedience, but a tale of love, sacrifice, and human connection. His decision to stand by Eve, even at the cost of his own spiritual potential, speaks to the complexity of human relationships. It highlights the tension between our earthly connections and our divine responsibilities, reminding us that even the noblest intentions can lead to profound consequences. This portrayal of Adam adds emotional depth to the narrative, turning the story of the fall into a meditation on the difficult choices we all face in life. It suggests that the story of Adam and Eve is not just about the past. It is a reflection of the struggles that each of us faces in balancing our desires, relationships, and spiritual calling. Adam's choice to stay with Eve, despite knowing the consequences, adds a tragic yet deeply human dimension to the story, making it a tale of loss, love, and the sacrifices we make for those we care about. The Fall, a cosmic event with far-reaching consequences. In the Ethiopian Bible, the moment when Adam and Eve consume the forbidden fruit is depicted as a transformative event that alters not only their immediate surroundings but the very fabric of existence itself. The once vibrant and life-filled Garden of Eden is suddenly plunged into darkness and desolation. The spiritual warmth of God's presence, which had been their constant source of strength and joy, vanishes, leaving Adam and Eve in a cold, uncertain world. This spiritual and emotional shift is profound. The Ethiopian text emphasizes that the shame Adam and Eve feel is not just about their physical nakedness, but about a deeper sense of failure and separation from God. They experience a profound sense of abandonment, realizing that they have fallen short of their divine purpose. This is an existential shame, reflecting their newfound awareness of vulnerability and mortality. More than just a personal failure, the Ethiopian Bible portrays the fall as a cosmic event with far-reaching consequences. The harmonious relationship between God, humanity, and creation is shattered, and chaos enters the world. The serpent, as a symbol of disorder, gains a foothold in creation, setting the stage for an ongoing spiritual struggle between light and darkness. This interpretation suggests that the story of Adam and Eve is not merely about losing a place in paradise. It is about the entire created order being thrown into disarray, with humanity's choices shaping the future of the world.